throw. So how many of you weightlift or do some type of push-ups, sit-ups, that sort of thing? You don't just go into a bench press, you don't just go into squatting or lifting heavy weight without warming up first. Same thing. You're using muscles, you're using the rotator cuff, you have to warm up first. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to jog 2 laps, come on back, we're going to go through some dynamics. This team, we're going to go about 10 yards, so line each. Sideways skipping. Walking E-gram, just gonna walk, pull it nice and tight. Good. Alright, so I got a riddle for you. If you get it, you probably heard it. But if you get it, it's going to be a Gatorade. Alright? So, man leaves his home, takes 3 left turns. When he returns home, he is met by a man in a mask. Why? As you're thinking about it, let's go grab your heel, push the floor, keep your balance. So the man leaves home, he takes 3 left turns, he returns home, but is met by a man in a mask. What happened? You know what I'm getting? I don't triple. And then man got next to the man. Oh. What are you turning home? Yeah, you got to hold it. Very good. Oh, come on! Very good. Playing baseball. Playing baseball. So you can do more right now? I can get it. Alright, these are hurdles. Face the wall, take up and over, going down underneath the hurdle. Right? Pick up, down underneath the hurdle. Nice and low, then don't pick the other thing for your friend. Pick up and over. There we go. Take your time, pick up first, then over, pick up, straight up first. Not out, pick up, up. Good, going back facing the same one. Back facing the same one. Take lunge. Take your hand right down, turn into your knee, reach up nice and tall. Step, another lunge, reach up nice and tall. Right. Reach. Into your knee, into your knee, into your knee. So the left knee down, you're turning to the left. Left knee down, turn to the left. Right knee down, turn to your right. Turn to your right. Yeah, good. Okay. Backward lunge. Come back here. Reach back. Stretch out your hip flexors. Pop a little bit. Yeah, sit too long. Sit flat. Any good classes right now? Any good? Gym? No. Good. Okay, call it slider range, going down. Okay. Going out. Opposite hand, opposite foot, get a good stretch. Look out your groin. There we go. Good. Opposite hand, opposite foot.
You're trying to walk all the way to your feet are flat, and then stand up. You can take a step and try to keep your legs straight as you walk in. Slow, tiptoe, tiptoe. Try to get completely flat before you stand up. Oh, deep burn. It's a deep burn. Good. Got a little bit longer distance for your karaoke. Opening. Get your knee up and over. Just take your time. Get it up and over. Okay? Come all the way down the floor. Go. Right up this way. Up and over. Good. Back. Back. Okay. A little bit quicker. We call it calf yoga, not footing. Okay? Going quicker. Shift your hips around, all the way down. Going back, salsa. Got any dance coming up? Go out on the dance floor, you pull one piece. Now the girls dance. Okay. Okay, going to half court, this is a push-up block. You're not going to take, you're going to take your time. You don't go fast. Push-up position. We're not going to bend our joints. Okay. Just working our shoulders a little bit. Okay. All the way down, all the way back. Nice and easy. Yep. Got more room now. Nice and easy. Keep your butts down. All right. Don't bang your joints. Get half court, go ahead and go back. Nice and easy, keep your fingertips pointed forward. Fingertips pointing forward, we don't come off to the side, under our wrists. Alright, don't bang your joints, nice and easy. Just walk with their shoulders. Moving two up, out stops me. Go. Far back. Alright, so this one you're going to go two out, one in, alternating. Feet. Alternating feet. Tiptoe, tiptoe. You can't get it. This is weird. I don't like it. Right in, fourth one. We go. Going practice. Damn. What are you doing? Alright, let's go through our arms. So now we just did a little bit. We got the heart rates up, which is good. Some of you are sweating a little bit. That's the most important thing. Alright, now we're just going to do some arm circles. Alright, once you do, let's just create a little circle. Circle it up. Bring it out around me. Alright, go back and forth with our arms. You want to crisscross. Go on top, go on bottom. Try to slap your back a little bit. Try to get really far back. Okay, we're stretching out our muscles, our shoulders. Good. All right, palms straight down, going up and down. Try to reach as far back as you can. Try to keep your elbows straight to your head. You go back. Good. All right, elbows up. Going 90-90. You're going to externally rotate backwards. Try to get as far back as possible. Okay, we don't want to get here. I'm going to raise the roof. Okay, we're going back. Straight back. Rotate back. Good. Now, believe it or not, what you're doing is kind of similar to what you would do with the Jaeger bands, right? You probably have those. Right? There's something similar. We're trying to get that rotator cuff loosened up, get the blood flowing through it. Let's go underneath now. Pull down underneath, push the water behind us. Okay, kind of like this one. Keep your elbows up. Elbows up. Elbows up. All right. When we get to the next couple of stretches, all right, we're doing a sleeper and a rocker stretch in a minute. We got one more for that. Sleeper. Every time you throw a baseball, right, when you get done, you lose 35% of your flexibility. Okay, stop. You lose 35% of your flexibility. So whatever your rotation is, this is internal rotation, the ability to rotate here. Okay, this is what slows the arm down. You have external rotation or lay back, which is your body's ability to let your arm lay back and snap forward. Okay, most major leaguers have about 195 to 210 degrees. How many degrees are in circles? 360. So 210 degrees out of that 360, that's like your arm going from here all the way almost on the other side. Okay? It's a lot. Alright? Every time you throw though, when you get done, you lose 35 degrees. So that means my arm can only bend to about here now, rather than being able to fully rotate and slow my arm down. Okay? So let's tuck our elbows right here. I'll explain a little bit in a minute what stretches we're going to do. Tuck your elbows, thumbs going out, big chest. Just going to rotate out. Now we're working the lower part of our rotator cuff. How many muscles are the rotator cuffs? Now, everybody put it down. Use a little more about that. Oh, yes. Come here, walk with me. All right. Here's the fun thing. I love this. All right. So you guys see the shoulder. All right. Come on over here real quick. The ground we're going for next. All right. If you understand your body, okay, you're more likely to take care of it. All right. So you have your shoulder blade here, your shoulder blade here. Your rotator cuff is what's underneath of the shoulder blade. Okay. You got your 4 in a row going all the way down. The rotator cuff's job is to keep the shoulder blade tight to the body. Now, do you see a little tightness going on? Okay. This, when your shoulder blade sticks out like this, means that the rotator cuff is not exactly the strongest yet. Okay. When you're younger, usually that happens. However, you can gain some over time. Now, this is what the doctor used to do to me. He takes his fingers and can go underneath the shoulder blade. Okay. This tells me it's kind of weak. If I can't do that, that tells me the rotator cuff is pulling this back and down. So you see how if I put him into tilt, that goes away, right? That's telling me that the rotator cuff is strong. It's pulling that shoulder or scapula back into the body, okay? And it goes like this, and then I get to pick on him and go here, okay? Isn't that cool? Right? You walk around school, just be like, hey, come here. I got you. No, I'm just kidding.
I knew that they're breaking.
Okay? So, when that happens, okay, what happens when your rotator cuff gets weaker, okay, you start to, turn one more time, your rotator cuff starts to wing out like this, okay? And then your shoulders, and that's why I picked on you first because I saw your shoulders, start to round, okay? Now, another thing that does that, okay, unfortunately we sit in a desk all day, and most of you do not sit up straight. You can tell me, you know, hey, no, I sit up straight, I pay attention. Wrong, you don't, okay? When we sit at a desk and we're like this and we're rounded shoulders, what do you think that teaches us? A really bad habit, right? Sit up straight. I guarantee if you go in class, sit at the edge of your desk, pinch the bottom of your shoulder blades together, back and down. You try to sit like that for 3 minutes, you will be sore the next day because you're not used to doing it. Okay? Does that make sense? So pay attention a little bit more in class. No, I'm just kidding. All right? So rotator cuff is huge because here's the other thing. We do so much activity here throwing forward. So this rotator cuff is rotating up, 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 up. But if we don't do enough to counteract that, to balance that, then our rotator cuff starts to get weaker and our scap starts to pull away. And when that happens, we have less room to slow the ball down. Okay? Our arm has less room to slow down and it continually bangs in the front of our joint up here, which is where we run into labral tears. Okay? Or we start running into an impingement, which means that your muscles in the front start to impinge the bicep tendon. You feel this right there? Yeah. That's your bicep tendon. Okay? So that starts to hurt, and then all of a sudden, to avoid the pain, we start to drop our elbow, and then we run into elbow issues. Okay? It's all related. Does that make sense? Okay? So every time we throw, we have to counteract that. Okay? So if I throw 90 throws in a day, all right, I want to be able to counteract that with about 90 repetitions going backwards. Does that make sense? Your external rotation with your bands, or I'll show you later on in the weight room some Ys and Ts, stuff like that for strengthening. Okay? It's going to really help that go back and down. All right? Take it from a guy who had a shoulder injury, had to go through surgery. It's not a fun thing. Okay? That's what happened to me. When I went down to Dr. Andrews. Anybody know who that is? Dr. James Andrews. He's the world-renowned surgeon down in Alabama. He works on all the professional athletes. Okay? Tiger Woods, John Smoltz, you name it, he did it. Okay? I went down there. Actually, it was his birthday. I got a piece of his cake. It was pretty cool. But the first thing he did, he goes, "Come here for a second." He didn't even see my report, didn't even see what was wrong with me. He goes, "Come here. Let me look at you. You're a baseball player, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." "You got a shoulder tear, don't you?" It's like, "Yeah, I do. That's why I'm here." Knew right away. Okay? So, not saying that's eventually going to happen to you, because we're going to be working on it. But we are generally weaker when we're younger, so we want to make sure that we're doing our best to incorporate the strength aspect of things and to balance out our arms. Does that make sense? Okay? Now, I still do rehab. I still do all of my shoulder exercises, and I'm just coaching. I just throw BP and play catch every once in a while and try to show some of our hitters up. Okay? But I still do all of my band work. I still do all of the Ys, the Ts, everything. Okay? Because I don't want to run back into having shoulder pain. And I can tell if I don't do it and I throw a couple weeks and I don't do my shoulder stuff, it starts to hurt on me a little bit. Okay? So take that from me. If you want to stay healthy, especially with how much you guys are throwing. Okay? I saw your stats. You play a lot of games. All right? Don't you? Over the course of the season, arms start to get tired. Rotator cuff starts to get tired. And then eventually that's where we run into some pain, some discomfort, and eventually, or hopefully not eventually, some injury. Okay? All right. So now, sleeper and rocker stretch. You can go either on the floor or you can go up to a wall. I'm going to show you the floor first. So go down on your knees. This is the rocker stretch. So all you're going to do is you got 3 different locations. You're taking your throwing arm, going across your body, out in front of you, and out away from your body. All you're going to do is have your thumb up. You're going to pull down on the floor, kind of like you're trying to slice your hand into the floor. You're going to pull down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it up. And then you go one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then you're going to do it a third time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's your first location. Now we're going out away from you. Pull down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it up. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Third time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where you should be feeling that is right here in your latissimus dorsi. Okay, pulling up the backside of our arm. That's another thing. Sometimes we get sore after we throw. The best place to be sore is in that latissimus dorsi in the back part of our shoulder here. That tells me that that is trying to slow down our arm, not the front part. It's not banging into our arm. Okay. Third location, out away from you, still thumb up. Now when you go down, I want you to look in the other direction. You're going to kind of pull your head, turn your chin, and pull away from your body. You should feel this on the front side of your shoulder now. Everybody feel that? Good. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Let it up. Go back down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All right. Now your last stretch is called a sleeper stretch because it kind of looks like you're taking a nap. You're sleeping. So what I want you to do is you're going to lay on the side that you throw with. Okay. So with right hand to right side, left hand to left side. Go all the way down to your shoulder. Okay. Now what you're going to do is make an L with your body. Make an L. So you got your arm straight out away from you, making a nice L. Take and bend the elbow straight up. Okay. Now before we throw, we're going to do a little bit of an isometric. So we're just going to push our hand down towards our feet. Try to keep your shoulder flat against the ground, but you're going to feel the pull in the front side of your shoulder. So just try to force it towards your feet. Okay, everybody feel that? Right on the shoulder. Make sure you're nice and straight up. We're not leaning back this way. Okay, straight down, push it down towards your feet. Let it back up. Okay, we're going to go one more time, push down. Good. Good, let it back up. Now you're going to go flat. Same thing.
Try to push it down towards your feet. Try to keep your shoulder down on the ground. Feel that pull on the front of your shoulder. Right now you are stretching the front side of your shoulder capsule, okay, preparing it to receive the arm and to slow down the arm when you throw. Eventually when we're done, like I said, when we're done we lose 35 degrees of rotation. We're going to be actually pushing down to try to gain that back when we do a static stretch. Push down again. Good. All right, sit up. By the way, a little fun fact for you. When you go to bed at night, never sleep with your hand behind your head up like this. It is horrible for your shoulder. Okay? Anybody ever go to sleep and your arm gets numb in the middle of the night and you wake up and you can't move it? Okay? A lot of times it'll start because you started right here. Make sense? Okay? All right, stand up. Find a partner. This is our last stretch, and then we're going to start doing a little bit of a throwing progression. Okay? This stretch right here, right to your left. Right. Okay. This stretch right here is just for a little bit of external rotation stretch. You get a lot of external rotation stretch when you throw. Okay? So we're just going to loosen it up a little bit. Okay? We're going to do another type of isometrics. So all you can do is raise their elbows slightly. You want to be parallel with them. You're going to push back just a little bit, and what you're going to do is you're going to have them push against your hand. Go ahead and push. 3, 4, 5. Let it go. Go back again. Go ahead. Push. 3, 4, 5. Let it go. One more time. Push. 3, 4, 5. And that's it. And then you can do it to him. Okay, so go ahead with your partner. Just let it back. They're just going to push. You're going to get them into a little bit of rotation. Keep their elbow up. Just a little bit of rotation. Have them push against the front side of your hand. You have to throw with a purpose. And a lot of times what happens to us is we get on the side of the baseball. We start coming forward, we get here, okay, or we're trying to pronate too much, and we get completely on the side of the baseball. So all you're working right now, I want you to feel, remember I said the last finger it should touch is that middle finger? We're going to work four seam first, okay, four seam flip. Just elbow up, tuck, throw. Four seam up, just flip it. Feel it on the middle finger. If you have good surface area with your middle finger, you'll see just nothing but backspin. Okay? If you don't see a lot of backspin, if you don't see red, and you see a little white in there, that means you're getting on the side of the baseball, and you gotta make sure you snap straight down with your wrist. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's have this line back up for a bit. Okay, go ahead. Continue. Just some flips. We're forcing first. We'll go about 2 or 3 each. Now, when you do this, we don't want to really lollipop it over there, okay? Because what is the last action you have when you throw? I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, what happens? You snap, right? You snap down, okay? So if I'm just kind of doing this, am I going to be throwing very hard? Literally, when you get to be strong enough, I can be on one side of the gym, you can be on the other. I'll stand straight up like this, and I'll just dot the fastball, and I'll make it, and it'll be hard, okay? You get to be really good at it, okay? I can probably do it right now. Up. And I can snap the ball over there. That's what you should be doing. Straight. Improve it. Zero. Ready? Whoop. Almost. One more. One more shot. Snap it. Hit it over. Okay, straight up. Boom. Snap it. All right, we're two seam. Two seam. Get your grip. Okay. Make sure you have the middle finger or the thumb right underneath the middle finger. Same thing. Now, when you see it come off, you're going to see white, red, as you're going through. A couple flips. Just get used to the grip. Get a hole in the glove. Now the biggest problem with your two seam is too many guys think when I get out in front of me, I got to frame my arm and pronate down. That doesn't happen. When you get to here, you go thumb down, what ends up happening on the side of the ball, you'll get spin, but it's not going to do anything. Okay? It's a straight snap down. Okay? But what happens is you put a little bit of pressure on that index finger, straight down, it's going to do it on its own because of the position you have it on the ball. Okay? Keep going. Come on.
this media player? Is that what I put this in, or what would I put it in?
What are you recording it on? You're just recording it.
Put this side back up.
Goes into
We'll black line.
video.
All right, now we're gonna go to the next step. We're working 14
Take
again.
it.
Double lockdown. Feet are stuck in the mud. They don't move. Okay. Who's been through a throwing progression before?
Just you'll bring it up in a little bit.
Some of you, okay? So you might do something similar to this. It's the eventual drills that we'll do that you probably haven't done before. Okay? So this can get repetitive, and I apologize for that, but you gotta go back down to basics.
Which comes with an
Okay?
adapter.
So we're gonna go through.
The little chip goes
Okay?
in the
We're going
adapter.
turning the side, we break our hands down.
It'll ask you.
Breaking at the hip, get to a power position. You wanna be staring down your elbow, okay, with your glove. Some deception is gonna come in. All right? If my glove is down, what does the hitter see? The baseball, right? If my glove's way too hot, what does the hitter see? Baseball, right? So
We
the
might have
perfect
to do this
position
over a
to be
couple
in
beers.
is right here, because that's where the ball is, okay? Your ball should be pointed slightly between short and second base, at the actual base. So slightly right here, pointed behind you, power position, glove is out, okay? Think of this. This is our camera. I want to take a picture of my target, like this, okay? Like that. As you come through, you're gonna turn the glove up, take a picture of yourself with your camera, tuck the glove, follow the row in front of you. You want to be able to get your chest down without falling over. So we're just here, tuck and finish, okay? Hit your partner in the chest. Go ahead and keep throwing. Well, the reason is because you pull, you're pulling your backside through with more velocity than what you started with. You're pulling yourself to your target. If I pull off this direction, okay, my head goes this way, my arm's going this way, my arm is not going to go towards home plate, it's going to go that way. Okay? Everything has an equal and opposite reaction. So if I pull this way and I fall off, my arm's going this way, our release point changes, and then I miss high and away all the time. Okay? Stay on the double lockdown, keep going. Just go on over. Stop at your mouth. Stare down the field. Take your time, let yourself get back, and go. Move, 5-4, back. Keep on. One or two more. All right, now this is going to be a little bit difficult, but once we get into some drills, it'll be a little bit easier. Okay, once you guys will back up a little bit, it's your turn. You can back it up the whole time. All right, now we're going to get into our finishing position. Okay, I like to work ourselves backwards. The biggest thing about pitching mechanics, the end and the beginning are easy. Everything in between is where you get messed up. Okay, and we're going to get to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in a lunge because this is where we finish. We finish like this, correct? Okay, so you're starting in a lunge facing your target. What you're going to do is you're going to rock backwards into a power position. Okay, you're going to throw, tuck your glove, release, and as you release, I want you to feel a pull from the heel into your front hamstring. So you're going to push through the floor in your heel. Okay, so as I release, I'm going to push down into my heel to straighten my foot, and I'm going to pop up. So I'm here, down, push up, and that's going to allow my back foot to kick up and over. Does that make sense? Okay, so in a lunge, getting a leg workout right away. Lean back, power position, then go. I completely forgot. right? So if I'm already here, where do you think the ball's gonna go? Straight down, right? So I gotta be upright, all right? Because I start, when I go through my mechanics, I'm already here, I got that little tilt back here, okay? Now I start to rotate my hips, I'm still tall, and then I finish it right, okay? Step. It's all lean back. Where you going? Right the pops. Good. Right. Put that knee down a little bit. Good. Lean back. Now. Okay, that's good. That's good. Back. Go. Up, up. Go. Same thing I said down here. Some of you that are doing this, as you lean back, look where my front arm is. Is it pointed up or is it pointed down? Pointed down, right? So I'm going to throw it into the ground. I need to go back, be tall with it, just like I normally would. Okay? And now I'm going to rotate my hips first, rotate them, then get out in front of me as I finish. If I'm already pointed down, I'm going to hit the ground. Here, rotate, finish. Out, elbow up. Go. Better. This is a tough one. Let's have you go all the way through now. Don't stop the mechanics. So you're still in a lunge. Lock back, break your hands, and go. Break your hands and go. Look at that close to the next one. You alright? Yeah. Starting a lunge. Okay, still starting in a lunge. You're still starting in a lunge.